Hello again, it's me, Dr. Joe. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that gets talked about a lot in both the medical worlds and in society generally. It's something a lot of people have become aware of over the last few years. And I get a lot of people saying to me, oh yes, I've done a bit of that, but I don't find time to do it regularly. There are in fact some very good apps out there for those of you that do want some sort of regular guided meditation and mindfulness. I've used Headspace myself and also Calm, and there's a lot of different programs within those apps depending on what mood you're in and what you need at that time. I've used them as a very quick refresh. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is for those of you that don't find the time, don't put aside that time regularly to do mindfulness or to be mindful. Actually living mindfully is a really good way to go. Think of a task that would normally be a bit mundane. For example, the washing up. You can do the washing up and you can rattle the things around in the sink and you can be a little bit huffy and puffy while you're doing it. Or you could do it mindfully. Now, mindful washing up would be about noticing the colours of the bubbles and the texture of the water, the temperature of the water, the texture of the bubbles. Taking your time and actually enjoying the process, maybe noticing the smell of the detergent of the washing up liquid. One of the tasks that I've always struggled with, because we have a lot of trees, is the number of leaves that I have to sweep up in the autumn. And I always looked on it as a bit of a chore until I did mindfulness training and realised that if I've swept the leaves mindfully, I notice the colours, I notice the beauty of nature. I usually choose to do it on a fairly sunny day. And if I'm also mindful of my own body, I can be aware of the workout it's giving me, of the core strength and the muscles in my arms. So actually living mindfully doesn't take any more time than doing that task anyway, and it's not dedicated time that you have to put aside. I was talking to someone the other day about taking some me time and going for a walk on her own, leaving the kids at home with Daddy for a few minutes. And she said to me, the trouble with that, Joe, is I take my mind with me. And if I've got nothing else to distract me, my mind's going to go into overdrive and I'm going to get even more anxious. So I talked to her about going on a mindful walk. I've been on walks since lockdown where I've been out on my own and I've challenged myself to notice nature. In fact, I photograph every wild flower and see how many different varieties I've found by the time I get home. But when you walk, noticing the temperature of the air on your skin, or maybe the warm sunshine, maybe noticing if there's a breeze, noticing how firm or soft the ground is underneath your feet. Taking a moment to see, to hear, and to feel in that moment. And not only will it make you feel a lot better within yourself, it'll calm and still your mind, but it will bring another dimension to the walk and how good that makes you feel afterwards. You'll notice things that would otherwise have passed you by. So my challenge for today is to go and do something mindfully. Now, whether that's your daily exercise and your walk, noticing your surroundings, or whether it's something that you would normally find a bit of a chore that can become more of a pleasure, or at least not quite so much of a chore, and see how differently you feel when you do it mindfully. So for now, look after you, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.